Today we're painting a pretty snowflake. Let's be creative. Hey there, it's Ashley Krieger. Welcome to the second day of Createful Christmas. I hope you enjoyed making your reindeer. Today we're going to be painting a snowflake. Are you ready to get started?
You will need 6 by 6 inch watercolor paper, masking fluid, blue watercolor pencil, paint for the background of your snowflake. I chose blue and white, a flat wide paintbrush, palette, water, scissors, and a ruler. Step 1. Draw snowflake shape. I'm using my ruler to draw an X on my paper. The X starts about 1.5 inches away from the corners of my paper. Then I am drawing a vertical line exactly in the middle of my paper. Remember that a snowflake is symmetrical and has 6 sides, so the space between each of the lines should be about the same. I find the center where my lines cross, then use something round to draw a circle around it as a guide for my design. Step 2. Prepare masking fluid. I need to cut the top of my masking fluid to open it. And then, since I want intricate designs, I'll add the fine tip applicator and snip the top of it too. The smaller the hole, the finer the lines. Before the masking fluid is ready to use, I first need to shake it up and squirt out the bubbles and any excess liquid. Step 3. Draw a snowflake. I want you to draw your snowflake the way you want it. Find pictures online if you need inspiration. Then, using masking fluid, draw your snowflake using your lines and the center circle as your guide. Remember that a typical snowflake has 6 sides that look the same. So whenever you add a design, you'll need to add it in the same place going around your snowflake. The masking fluid protects the white of your paper. This will give the snowflake contrast to the background that you'll paint in a later step. Where you place the masking fluid, it will stay white. Take your time. Be careful that you don't squeeze the bottle too hard. Don't worry about the lines being perfect. If you mess up, just take your brush with some water and lift the masking fluid off. After you finish drawing your snowflake, let the masking fluid dry completely. When it's dry, it will change color from white to tan. Step 4. Mix paint colors. I want you to paint the background of your snowflake whatever color you would like. I chose a light blue, so I'm going to mix the primary color blue with white until I get the blue I want. I also want to have a gradient effect, which goes from lighter to darker. To do that, I add more white to the mix. You can paint your background any way you want. The darker the color, the more contrast. I want to see if I would like a different kind of blue. If I add a little yellow, I'll get a blue-green color. If I add a little red, I get a purplish blue color. I like those colors of blue, but I think I'll stick to my first blue. Step 5. Paint over snowflake. Make sure your masking fluid is completely dry. This will take a while. It will dry darker. If you touch the fluid before it is dry, it'll come off. You will ruin your snowflake by trying to paint over masking fluid that isn't dried all the way. When it's ready, paint over the snowflake. Use your wide flat brush. I want a gradient look, so my paint starts out light in the center and gets darker near the edges. How do you want to paint the background of your snowflake? You could add texture, lines, or a solid background. Whatever you do, be creative. You need to let the paint dry completely. If you wish, you can use a hairdryer to speed up the process. Step 6. Peel off the masking fluid. Once your paint is completely dry, you can start peeling off the masking fluid. If it is not dry, the paint will smudge into the white and ruin the snowflake appearance. I am using my nails and fingers. Be careful not to peel off the paper with the masking fluid. If you take your time, this shouldn't happen. Peeling off the masking fluid will take some time. Be careful and make sure to remove all of it. Be sure to sign your masterpiece and share it on Instagram with #CreatefulChristmas. Thanks for subscribing. You find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as Createful Art. Be sure to share your artwork with your friends. Tomorrow, we are painting a nativity silhouette. Click on yesterday's reindeer or tomorrow's nativity to go to those lessons. Hope you enjoyed creating your snowflake. See you soon.